Hope we're going to receive a message or notification message, and then we are going to start. Are we getting some? Do we have some? Do we have some? There we go. And there's the notification. All right. Kindly click the like button for me. Hi, sis Sharon. I am doing good. How about you? Hope you are feeling a little better. Um, I think that we have some burdens um, that we still carry. I think we have the first, what do you call that, new moon. So I didn't have the chance to really, when it comes to new moon, my sleeping habits uh, is messed up. So that's why I came in a little late. So whatever comes out. Alright, this is for you, sis Sharon. Whatever comes out for sis Sharon. I love how you are kind of letting all things be, not really in control. You are in the sense of, in a way, surrendering, believing things are going to happen your way. I mean, in time, although in your way, but not really in more of scheduled to when are the likings, but you're believing that it is going to be given to you. Um, the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, the Four of Cups. Is it, sis Sharon? Uh, you're almost in the sense of, speaking of surrender, we're not just discussing romantic, but also in general when it comes to life. Um, there might be something in here deep inside that you're saying, I'd probably set things aside, not really walking away from it, but setting things aside and probably come back to it um, when things are a little better. For now, I believe there's some aspect of your life that you are focusing on. I'm not forgetting it, I'm not forgetting that part of me, or things that I want to happen. I'm going to come back later because I know it's not working yet. But here is what I am doing right now, and I think that this is flowing. So I'm going to focus in here. Loving it. Uh the Empress, ooh, the Emperor and the Empress, but the Queen of Swords underneath the Empress. So more of action doing than more of the what you're seeing visually. So if this is something that probably more of doing behind the curtain, taking actions, swords as well, putting things into their own places. So probably you are more of doing things in action backstage. If this is not the physical, it's mental. You know, my head is working even I am sleeping, right? The Six of Cups, the Hierophant. Something in here that I don't want to miss. It seems like if I'm going to put them together, these things that I set aside and the action that I am doing or that I am focusing on, things will get messed up. Priorities are more important to you. I'm not saying they are not priority, but since you prioritized them in the past and it feels a little stagnant, I want to work on something that probably going to fluidly work on me, but I'm not letting you go. I think that you are on the right page. You're on the right track when it comes to getting your peace, abundance, and elevations. It's more of improvements this 2026. Good job. Congratulations. That is for you. Hi, sis Chell. Adrash, his thoughts, his thoughts because there is no contact. His thoughts because there is no contact. His thoughts about y- Subharda because there is no contact. Hmm. His thought is I am not going to reach out until Subhadra reach out to me. So stubborn. Sees Chell. What's the outcome of David and his partner this this year? Not really specific with the month, but with this year, what is going to happen to David and his partner this year? What is going to happen to David and his partner this year? Building blocks, loyal heart, serendipity. Although it seems like um very light, but the thing here is it seems like someone is just going to work, or one, not both of them. A force, it seems like forcing someone, let's work on this. um I can't let you go. Let's try different way. Let's try different ways how to fix it, because someone is kind of like flying. um I promise I'll be better. Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, the Lovers. I think that someone here is also going to bribe the other person for them not to go, not to fly away, um, not to move forward. the Justice, the King of Wands, the Three of Wands. So, with that being said, because of the promises, I'm going to observe. I'm not going to let go, but I'm going to get my right amount of distance and observe. So, I feel like someone here, I think that this is more of the lady gonna try to work real hard for the connection per se. And I am sitting in here, David will be sitting in his throne watching the person, but I'm not going to work with you. Whatever the outcome is, it's on you. So sort of not cooperating, but with a force of I'm going to do this. Watch me. So you catch the drift. So it seems like because I love you so much, I don't want you to let go, and I'm gonna try to impress you with my work. Hmm. Sharon, how will your son gonna do this year overall? Sharon, overall for your son. Touching your energy, connecting to your son, I believe the son is having a change in perception. I'm seeing sort of, the kaleidoscope, changing colors. So it's not very stable. So I think that your son is exploring when it comes to his wisdom, more of learning and learning. The Page of Cups, the Death card, the Four of Pentacles. There might be something that your son wants to do. I believe that this is probably online. There's something online in here. It could be web, what have you. It could be a game that I stopped, but I want to go back to it. Kind of, I have a different perception on that, and I want to restart on doing it again, but with a different mindset. The Four of Cups, yeah, it seems like I lost the enthusiasm to play or focus on that, and then I stopped for a little bit, but I want to go back to it with a Ten of Pentacles and the World card. Hmm. The zero sun is more focusing on the finances now because it seems like okay, if this is a game, I'm going to play on it, gonna make it strong and sell it. Something very, how do I say this? Wanting to earn. I believe that there is also an influence of you when it comes to harvesting money, or probably it's not something that you imply, but because of observing. I want to try it too. Is it becoming an entrepreneur? I feel like your son is going to try something to make it on his own financially. That is for you. I think that that is much better. If your son is focusing on something that could make him improve. Yeah. What should you know about your connection with David in a second half of this year? So, what you should know in the second half of this year with your connection with David, sees child. What you should know, or what should you know? Round and round, this is clean it up, well, at least all that glitters. It seems like enlightenment. It seems like, okay, are we gonna go back to the loop? I'm so over with 2025. Um, Although there might be some changes, but the changes is very minimal. Well, I know that we should be grateful for, a small changes, small steps, but a part or um a chunk of what I don't like last year is still manifesting in this year. The Hermit, the Page of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, still fluctuations of energies. There could be a banter of energies in here. Um, this is a communication in the ethers, not really in physical form. The Hierophant, the Death card, the Hangman. So, are you gonna be stuck in this in the first half of 2026? Although there will be some movements, but very, very seamless. It seems like it can't be felt. But either way, you might gonna be sitting in your, in your couch, staring at a window. The view. Is this something that I really wanted to wait? But here I am. Then I'm waiting. Am I wasting my? There's a lot of self reflections in here because it seems like things are still on a loop. Hmm. Will David going to unblock you on socials? Let's check. Will David going to unblock you on socials? Probably this is one of it. Blocking and blocking, blocking and blocking. Let's see. The Ace of Diamonds, the Four of Spades in here, and the King of Hearts. There's no time frame, right? This is a yes. Sharing. Yes, you're focusing on a business, letting love find you. Loving that. That statement, I feel like you found strength using the pain um, as a foundation to make you stronger. You know what they said? This is still even in the Bible, right? Those stones that were thrown at you, you use that to build an empire. I think it's a great way to do. What do the cards say about that? Let's see. What do the cards say about you focusing on your business and let love find you? It's more of not really you don't care. You believe, like what I mentioned earlier, believing that things are still going to happen. You have faith in the divine timing now. You have faith in love. You have um faith that uh, whatever it is that you're seeking is also seeking you. Maybe it's not just the time yet, but it is going to happen. I love how positive that feels, but part of it at the back of your mind says there's still some question. But that's okay. This is a learning experience. At least day by day, I am seeing, um, feeling the improvement in you, and I am so proud of who you become. Looking back when you and Jay, let's as if they don't know the name. Looking back, is it or looking back on that um part we're in? Is it Jay? Now I'm confused. Anyway, looking back on that part when you feel devastated, shaky. Um, oh, it's not Jay. Uh, sorry. I think that is Cat Lady of the Sea. Either way, looking back where you were devastated, um, feeling things are shattered. I think if that glass is shattered, you're seeing the reflections in each part of it is a different it's a different pieces of you which you form. Okay, this is a part of me that I'm looking very vulnerable on a different um one is the part of me who's a little mad, angry. You're changing each part and making it like putting them back together like a stained glass. So putting them back beautifully. So I can see here that those broken pieces are now a masterpiece. Um, the World card, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. There will be a lot of changes, a lot of work, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, um, that you're doing. Why the Ten of Swords is here? Is this really a part of you that you wanted a part of you in the past? This is more of um metaphoric, right? That you would love to die. So that you can rebirth a new you. The Magician and the Fool card. Hmm. You're becoming more carefree, but there's calculated risk. So with the Magician in here, you're trying to find your strength. You're trying to discover. That's the right term. You're trying to discover your strength. You know, there's more to unleash that you haven't discovered yourself. I love the discovery part. The Three of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Swords. So it seems like this is where you know that changes is not going to happen overnight, but you know that things will fall into places with the King of Swords. You're more very logical right now. I think even when at sleep, your mind is working. There's a lot of thoughts. I think that you're also having a hard time to sleep because probably at 3 a.m. Um, there's a new thoughts. There's a new thought that is being birthed. With the Three of Wands, waiting for it to happen, but this is going to happen. The Three of Wands is finding its way towards the enlightenment, and it seems like you might be in the halfway or halfway through the enlightenment. So again, you're far from it, but you are halfway through becoming what? A strong independent woman, becoming a powerful individual as you are without the word of, feminism, sexism, what have you, as an individual that you are. You are unleashing a magician in you. And I feel like in time, you're going to master the manifestation of this is what I wanted. I manifested something. I know how this works. I know the formula. And it felt like, every time that there's something good that's going to click in your mind because of your practice right now. You can easily pull the pull that in the ethers and make it an experience in the 3D, or they say 5D. We are already in the 5D. Yeah. So you're on the right path, sis. And again, like what I mentioned, congratulations. You've it seems like I'm watching a toddler now on their quinceañera. No, on their way to kind of like a flower that about to bloom or already blooming. Expansion is here. So congratulations. Uh Happy New Year, Stefania. Encourage the spirit to join a gym in 2026. Are you encouraged? To join the gym this year. this is a yes, and do it as early as possible. Sees a child. How will David and his partner outcome affect your connection with David? Let's see. How their connection affect your relationship with David. Imagine yin, a change in the wind. You're looking for changes, the change in the wind in here. So it felt like with the imagine, I am visualizing something, of course. That's something I haven't experienced in the 3D or probably wanting to go back, but it's no longer with me. That's why I am imagining it. With the yin, this is the love that I felt. It seems like with a change in the wind in here, since this was lost in my experience, um, a realization of should I let it go, accept, embrace the fact that I will no longer experience it, or should I gonna go back? Um, would I let these visions be buried with the Four of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Empress? Well, at one point in time, if this was not discussed, I feel like this is being thought by David. Like, um, is there a time wherein you and David about to get married or talking about it, building a family? Because it seems like with the Four of Wands, nothing beats that. You know, the feeling of excitement, the feeling of love, the feeling of enthusiasm when we were discussing it or when I am visualizing it. I feel like I want to go back to it with the Knight of Wands. Sort of, it may be hard for me, but with the balloon in here, it may sound impossible that that balloon is going to help me with the being uplifted, or this vehicle is being uplifted because things are heavy right now. No judgment with the card. Because as you can see, it's not about the weight of the driver. It's it is the bike size. It's too small for the driver, and helping them with the balloon, thinking that these things are going to help fasten the journey. It felt like with the Empress, it takes a lot of work for David to go back to it because things may be a little complicated now. Something in here that probably David also thinks, I don't know who's he's pointing on. This is not logical. But she did it anyway. So I am just observing. Or it can be David is both observing, the two performances. The chariot, the seven of wands, the seven of swords. So this is more of um you're promising me something. I think that this is the observation of David to the partner, to the current. You're promising me something. I feel like this is just a performance, but without any logic. You're just putting things, taking action without thinking of it, and it doesn't make sense to me. With that being said, it felt like you're just wasting time, and it kind of make me feel okay, so goodbye. Somehow I am just saying that I am watching, but because of, to me, it doesn't make sense, and to me, it is not going to work out, then probably I am going to what? walk away. I just let you be. I know that this is not going to work and look on a different direction and probably more of, okay, I let you do your work, but I am really walking away. Mm. Sharon, will your son make an income creating a content? Is this something that your son wanted to do for a long time? Because it seems like continue to support him and help him. It seems like your son has a creative mind when it comes to. I think that your son is going to enjoy it. It's not that I feel like there will be an accidental fame, because of the content. It's more of I just want to create a video and then it's gonna go viral. That's what I am seeing right now, even shuffling. Because with the kaleidoscope in there, turning those colors and accidentally creating some form that seems very enticing to the eyes. And I'm going to post this or I'm going to capture this moment. And then because of how great it is, how unique, bright, colorful, and it seems like, oh, this is the first time that I am seeing it or that I've seen it. It seems like it's gonna go viral. To him, it's gonna be a this is something that I just want to do. But accidental fame, it's not going to work against him. But what I am saying here is this is something I'm not expecting. With the Ace of Pentacle, sis, the first card, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. These may be a slow moving, but I am seeing here there will be harvest. So because I can see the passion in in your son's um action, it felt like he will harvest a lot of it could be followers or it can be followers and money. Pentacles are here. So yeah. Um this is more of discovering. I think that it's not just you. I don't know who pulled someone um to focus on something expansive. Um I don't know if your son energetically pulled you or you pulled your son energetically, but both of you, there's another pentacles in here. The Seven of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Swords. Um, it seems like all this hard work is going to pay off. The Four of Swords. He just may find this very tiring in the end because of the demand. But I am here because of the Seven of Cups. I feel like your son is going to jump from another niche to a different niche, but he is going to find his own with the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, there will be time wherein your son is going to just create, but it's not a one time wonder. Don't worry. With the Seven of Cups, I feel like a door will be opened. Of course, not all doors are going to work, but there are few some that will be your son's niche. And I can see here a lot of harvest. Yeah. So there. So, yeah, because I feel like Jay or Jordan is more of the cat lady of the sea. And speaking of, I am summoning you where you are. Shanae, how does your Stevens family feel about hold up. Yeah, about you? How does Steven family feel about you? How does Steven family feel about you? How does Steven family feel about you? Wow, mending. Um, are they starting to like you? Or are they trying to push Steven to work on the connection or trying to bridge Eight of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. Kind of, I feel like Steven, they are trying to convince Cheer. One thing's for sure. This is bridging you to them, to Steven. I think with the Eight of Swords in here, they it seems like they want you to be together in one room. It is a vision, not really, kidnapping someone, but more of I want to see them both in one room and watch them. So this is more of, I think, something in here or someone is either testing you or still observing you. The high hopes of things will work out, it sounds impossible or it sounds very dreamy, but it felt like there may be there may have some negative thoughts about you, but I'm not here to judge. I'm giving her um still opportunity to probably grow, or opportunity for myself to see different side of her. Yeah. What's that? So much better that pain was in my heart. You helped me. Ah, ah. Thank you, Sharon. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for the tip. I'm going to use that buying a new card. Thank you. A new deck, rather. Appreciate it. So, thank you for the Christmas gift. Christmas is never too late, right? What should you expect in the first 3 to 4 months of 2026, Stefani? What should you expect in the first 3 to 4 months of 2026? This is for you, Stefani. 3 to 4 months of 2026. The Five of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups. Here's the thing. This is a mental conflict. Why? Because I can see there's opportunities that might going to show up, but because of things are showing up at the same time, all at once, you may find, or you're going to find, um, a hard time which one to prioritize. Although all of these opportunities are going to be harvest, gonna be opportunity to prosper. What I am seeing in here is it seems like all the blessings will be open, or the opportunities of your blessing will open all at once. So if you can only divide yourself into many and do all that, um you're gonna do it. So 3 to 4 months, maybe not all of your thoughts, aspirations are going to happen, but at least most of it are going to happen. Hi, Sister Mika. What does the spirit wants you to know about Justin the Pisces? What does the spirit wants you to know about Justin the Pisces? What does the spirit wants you to know about Justin the Pisces? Time to go. Oh, why? The thinker. Oh, why? To the sea. Here's the thing. It seems like, visualize this. There is an angel and a devil kind of whispering things to you. Now you're stuck, don't know what to do. Because part of you feels like I wanted to continue, but I am not seeing progress, or I don't want to observe because I want things to move um, a little faster. Um, but because of my past traumas, waiting and nothing happened, it kind of make me afraid to wait. So a part of you waiting, a part of you wanting to make things a little faster. That can't happen because one of those um only needs attention. How can you expect a little faster and waiting to happen at the same time? It's the gravity of waiting and making a little faster. The Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Empress. Four of Cups. Now you're starting to. Why is it you're starting to believe that even that you're doing a lot of things, you feel like it's not enough? Are you belittling yourself, or because of the past traumas, you feel a little insecure of what you're doing? Again, it may be too harsh, but I think that you need to hear it with the Full card and the Four of Swords. You're also probably thinking that there might be some immaturities with your person, or it could be you with the Four of Swords. Are you? I think that this is a more of a fear. Um, you might be fearing that am I going to deal with another immature person again? The High Priestess, the Page of Swords, the Knight of Wands. I feel like you have to remove what was from the past 2025, and focus on. I think that there's something needs to be a shake hand in this. The High Priestess. There is a pillar, a white and a black. I feel like they need to shake hands, not to merge, but you know, pave way. Okay, you're winning because I am seeing that this relationship is heading towards greatness, commitment, but it seems like you're losing the enthusiasm of waiting. So, um, this is commitment, but it felt like you are more into focusing on the fear. Um, I think it's time to remove the fear because the spirit is giving you a security that this will be a committed relationship, although it will not be fast. So patience still be tested, but this is somewhat great than your previous relationship. I Tamika, has your best friend crossed over? Has your best friend already crossed over? The ace of the ace of clubs, the two of spades, and the jack of diamonds. Yes. So Sharon, you and your son will do good online. I love that. Yes. Is that a question? Can you please? Oh, that is already a question with the question mark. Will you and your son gonna do good online? Uh, okay. Will you and your son gonna do good online? Will you and your son gonna do good online? I think that there is something in here that you're probably thinking, are we on the right wavelength? On the same wavelength, sis. Why not ask your son to do a video of you, since you can use your son in a good way? Here it is, partnership and alliance. Is this what you're thinking? Since your son loves to do online, clips, reels, what have you. Probably this is also one bonding moment with you and your son. Sharing knowledge between his creative mind, your perspective, I feel like this is going to be harmonious. Believe it, because how am I going to deal with my son, in especially at work, not as a son mother relationship, as a client, and um as a client as a creator. I think with that being said, there's a lot of development, good development between you and your son that's going to happen. Choosing wisely, destiny. So if you are thinking, sis, that looking for a different, either creator, why not try your son? Because of course your son will be hurt if you are going to look for someone, especially doing ads when he is there. So this is also a part of him helping, using his creative mind, and whatever it is that he's getting from you financially, he can start on that. So helping him, him helping you, I feel like there's a birth of a new, also, relationship between you and your son. Like it's gonna go thicker, it's gonna go more bonded, a son and a best friend. So that's what I am seeing. The temperance, I think that the universe is pushing you to do it. Try it. The wheel of fortune. You see me shuffling, right? You see me shuffling. The wheel of fortune is here. I think that you and your son is going to work together in a good way. The four of swords, it may be tiring, but at least it is fun. Um, I'd rather be tired and harvest money, right? Rather than I am tired mentally and I'm not harvesting, I'm not seeing, a fruit of my labor. This is a good tire or a good exhaustion, apart from having sex, right? The three of wands, the magician, and the two of swords. I feel like the two of swords and the exhaustion in here, because they are on the same. This is more of getting exhausted, but without feeling the exhaustion, because I am enjoying it. I am enjoying it because I am creating something for my son, and I am creating for my mom, and we are helping hand in hand together, and we are harvesting. There's no waste of money in here. The exhaustion of you um getting your son on creating reel, and your son creating a reel for the mom, and getting paid, nothing goes to waste. It's a cycle, right? It's a cycle. It's a money cycle. It's a fluid energy. You are charging him energetically, he is charging you energetically. You can see your son, you're going to have a bond. You can watch your son while doing your stuff. So I feel like this is meant to be. The destiny is here. Yes, sis. See, probably you are. Here's the thing. Probably you're mad at your son in the past year or months because he is doing something that you feel like it's not going to work. But here we are. We will just find the reason. Oh, that's the reason why he is focusing on that before, because I will benefit from it, right? See how the magic works? CZ, will Sean going to kiss you before the Valentine's Day? Will Sean going to kiss you before the Valentine's Day? The Chariot, the Two of Wands, the Four of Pentacles. It may sound a little gross, but this is a good kind of gross. I don't know. That depends on the person, but me and you knowing how I'm going to describe it, I feel like this is the kind of growth for those people. Just um hearing us, then probably put a cover on your ear. Um, it seems like very, very soon this is going to leap in a very intense way. This is not more than a kiss. This is licking, right? This is more than a kiss. So I think that this is intensified in many levels. It can be emotionally, sexually, but one thing's for sure, emotion and physical will be combined. So yeah. Sees a Chell. Can I tell you more, or where will you see David again? Sure. When will you going to see David again? Like time frame, if it's going to show up. Time frame. When will you going to see David again? When will you going to see David again? Not for you treasured islands, the here and now. So it feels like it will take a little time. Probably you have a time frame in your head, crossing your fingers, but this is not for you. So with the treasured island, things is going to happen, but with the tortoise, turtle, whatever that is, moving very slow. So kind of like a hermit, right? But it brings something that probably more than that you are expecting. Because here and now, the connection never ends. So I think that that is given, even if I'm not saying the connection never ends, because it always shows up. Um, but one thing's for sure, things is still going to happen. I know that you are probably getting tired of me saying, "Oh, things is going to happen." When is that? So that's also one thing. Um, Sometimes, right, we are asking, yeah, when is that? When is that? When is that? um I think that this is more of it's part of the manifestation. When is that? The more that you say when it is going to happen, the more that you are invoking, the universe. It is still not happening, so I am waiting. Waiting is what you want to happen. Your wish is my command. The waiting is here. Probably that's it. The Five of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles. Again, so if this is not, I feel like this is going to happen. I don't know if this is summer your time, or probably, I don't know. I don't know what's the weather. You have four weathers, right? Or season rather. We only have two, rainy and summer. So around June, July. So June is it the second? I think that's the third half. I mean, that's the third quarter, right? Six of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Queen of Swords. This might be a surprise coming for your person. June, July is what I am seeing with the Queen of Swords. I feel like it's not just you who's going to probably um plan on this. With the King of Cups, I feel like your person somewhat initiated something and letting you be. So, somewhat, this is a team that will be, at two minds connected. One planted, or one plants it, and the other um took action to make it happen, or take action to make it happen. So around June or July. That is that it? Alrighty then. Um, Thank you again, you guys, for participating. Love and light to you. Namaste. Thank you, Sharon. See you on the next live. Goodbye.